Yesterday, on June 26th in our year 2015, the Supreme Court ruled same-sex marriage legal in all states, a massive step forward for the LGBTQ community. Before we get to that, though, let us take a trip down memory lane to 3 years ago when discrimination against gay couples from the government was deemed unconstitutional.
Hi, I'm Arjun Padwal, and I am here live in New York where plaintiff Edith Windsor had filed a lawsuit against the federal government on November 9, 2010 for refusing to recognize her and her wife's marriage. Despite her state of residence, New York, authorizing same-sex marriage, Windsor was not able to claim the estate tax marital deduction after her wife's demise. Instead, she was taxed $363,000 due to DOMA. The Defense of Marriage Act, which was enacted in 1996, stated that for the purposes of federal law, the words marriage and spouse only refer to the legal union between man and woman. The lawsuit argued that DOMA violates the equal protection guarantee of the United States Constitution as it recognizes the marriages of heterosexual couples but not that of same-sex couples. In February 2011, the Obama administration determined that Section 3 of DOMA is unconstitutional, and the Department of Justice would no longer defend such discriminatory law in court. June 27, 2013, the Supreme Court ruled that Section 3 of DOMA is unconstitutional and that the federal government cannot discriminate against married, lesbian, and gay couples for the purposes of determining federal benefits and protections. This marks a significant milestone for the LGBTQ+ community, as the court has determined that when the government discriminates against same-sex couples, it should be deemed unconstitutional.
Alright, thank you so much, Arjun Padwal, for this information. We'll now be handing it over to our other reporter, Logan Matthews.
Yesterday, on June 26th, another leap was made in the fight for marriage equality right here in Ohio. The Obergefell v. Hodges Supreme Court case took place between activist James Obergefell as the petitioner and Richard Hodges, director of the Ohio Department of Health, as the respondent. John Arthur, James Obergefell's husband, died of ASL, a rare terminal illness. The state of Ohio would not recognize Arthur as married in a same-sex relationship on his death certificate. This prompted Obergefell to take his case to court in order to argue that state bans on same-sex marriage and on the recognition of same-sex marriages are unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment. Specifically, the case sought to resolve two questions. Firstly, does the 14th Amendment require a state to license a marriage between two people of the same sex? Secondly, does the 14th Amendment require a state to recognize a marriage between two people of the same sex that was legally licensed and performed in another state? Over the course of several months, the court eventually ruled in favor of Obergefell's petition. Thus, the National Marriage Equality Recognition 2015 has been successfully passed, legalizing national licensing and recognition of same-sex marriage. This is Logan Matthews, signing off.